and a huge welcome back to the Learning Network. You're with me, Kelly Bell. Today we're talking about the elephant in the room, which I've shared before, but our health and movement science syllabus. Now, as you can hear or see from our title, is your health and movement science syllabus gathering a bit of a film of dust on your desk? Because many of our health and movement science members have secretly told me that they haven't even touched it. They printed it when it was released back in July 31st, 2023, and it has now sat there on their desk, either in a folder or just sitting there, printed off, hot off the printer, but has been gathering dust for 7 months. Because at the time of recording, it is week 6 of term 1, 2024, and I am feeling all the feels with you and for you. Many of our HMS members, our CAFS collective members, teachers I work with literally every single day are telling me that they're already feeling the pinch. They're already chasing their tail. They're just not really sure how they're going to fit anything else in their busy schedule. And I know what it feels like, because I feel that way as well. And I haven't felt like this for such a long time. I feel like, I'm getting my head around certain things, and then something else comes up, or we get thrown with something else. And that's the nature of the beast. I completely get it. Teaching, you're on the ground, you hit the ground running. There are multiple changes every single day in the classroom. Look, I know exactly what it feels like to be sitting there with your beautiful students, and something happens in the classroom that completely shifts or changes the dynamics, because that's the nature of working with young people. Doesn't matter if you're, working in a kindergarten classroom all the way through to year 12 classroom. We work with people every single day. Add to that the pressure of new syllabi, new syllabuses, our curriculum reform that is happening in New South Wales. And we knew it was happening. We knew that with a change of government, they're doing a massive overhaul of all of our syllabi. I'm not quite sure if they've realised the ramifications of such a quick change here in New South Wales. Things are very different. And I'm feeling the pinch. I've said it out loud. I'm feeling the pinch, because I don't want any of you to feel like I did back in 2020 when I was feeling the pinch. I literally had a pain in my neck. Didn't help that I had 2 pains in my neck in my classroom every day. Not my kids, I'm talking about other colleagues, but I am feeling the pinch for you, because we have a new syllabus at the realm next year in 3 terms. In 3 terms, we need to teach a brand new syllabus, and I'm feeling the pinch for you. And this week has really made me think about that. Like, our new K-10 syllabus second draft was released the other day by NESA. So they've looked at the first draft. I don't know why they needed to change so much from our syllabus that was just released only about 4 years ago. I was part of the team that delivered professional learning across New South Wales, in all parts of New South Wales. At the time, I was the ACHPA New South Wales president. I was also presenting for the partnership between ACHPA and the Department of Education. We're now in another position very soon, like in 2 years, that we have a brand new syllabus for K-10 PDHP as well. So I wanted to not alarm you, but just remind you of the current state of the nation. So we know that our HMS syllabus was released last year, July 31st to be exact. And at the same time, our K-10 PDHP syllabus, around about, first draft was released. And then consultation is happening right now for our K-10 PDHPE. Second draft is out. Once those tweaks and changes, feedback from you, community members, PDHP teachers, has been made, they will then start to roll out the final version of our syllabus. So K to 10 PDHP implementation, planning and preparation happens for 2 years, 2025, 2026, implementation 2027. So that's for K to 10 PDHP. It can be phased into school. So you might like to start with year 7 and 9 and then phase that in those 2 stages. Or you might like to phase it in year 8 and year 10. Totally up to you. Or you might just go, yep, let's just do it. Rip the Band-Aid off and let's just do it all at once. That's K to 10 PDHP. Last year, our HMS syllabus was released, July 31st, as I mentioned. Planning and preparation this year. 4 terms. The first term is halfway through. We have 3 terms to go. It's implemented next year from the first day. Some of you who are on a compressed curriculum will be starting in term 4. Now, that absolutely scares the bejesus out of me to think that there will be schools in New South Wales teaching this curriculum in term 4. So implemented in schools in 2025, examined 2026. Now, what scares me most is that we have to straight away teach, if you're in a K to 12 school, teach K to 10, or if you're in a high school, teach 7 to 10 straight away. Because while we're getting our head around health and movement science, that syllabus, we are already planning for our 7 to 10 or K to 10 PDHPE syllabus. That's a state of the nation. The next round that happens is consultation next year for past child studies, planning and preparation in 26 and 27. So we've just got our head around HMS. We've just started to implement K to 10. Oh, let's just add 2 more new syllabi to the mix. Let's start preparing you for that to then teach it in 2028. Again, phased implementation. It doesn't stop there. We then back up with our other beautiful ATAR course, CAFS. My love, my baby, my experience in CAFS. So consultation 2026, release 2027, planning and preparation just for 1 year for that. Interesting, same as HMS though. Planning and preparation in 2028. First year taught in 2029, first HSC examination 2030. So, how do you feel? How do you feel about that timeline for us in PDHPE here in New South Wales? For our K to 6 colleagues, you guys are in the boat for each of those KLAs and we're feeling you. No wonder why you're feeling a little bit stressed, a little bit overwhelmed by that timeline. You could be the type of person that completely switches off to that and goes, I'll get to it. It'll happen. I'll plan for it. Whatever's going to happen, it will be. Yes, we can have that mindset, but I don't want you to go into the classroom next year having no idea what you're doing. If you look at the HMS syllabus, yes, a lot of it looks the same. Like from the outset, we have a very similar syllabus in terms of content. If you saw our mapping document, you would see that content, that connection across the course. Head over to learnet.com/87 to check out the download that I have for you, free mapping document that maps health and movement science focus area 1 in year 11 to our current PDHPE course. On the outset, there are lots of minor additions to content, just stripping back the options, getting rid of many of those. Health of young people is very much front and centre in our very first unit, health for individuals and communities for year 11. So that's kind of in much of it, but the rest of it is very, very different in terms of the approach, that critical inquiry, investigation, research, primary research has never existed in PDHPE as a stage 6 course. Yes, CAFS, we've got your back. Life management, that's been part of the bones for that for such a long time. And we are really lucky to be able to work with our colleagues on that. My experience in CAFS, 20 years under my belt, HSC marker, two textbooks under our belt, supervisor of marking, which is like the head HSC marker across New South Wales for 5 years, and then, go-to presenter for such a long time, probably the last 13 years in CAFS. So we have a lot ahead of us. Research, I feel very confident in, and our members already inside our Health and Movement Science membership are saying, Kel, thank God, like you're actually helping me with this. And our HMS membership came from them, came from our CAFS community to say, what are you doing to support HMS, Kel? What are you doing to support the new Health and Movement Science syllabus? And I was like, okay, I'm just kind of sitting on my hands going, well, I don't know, is that my space? But I've realized that the teachers I've worked with, many of you, like my style, like my massive value, and I'm not big noting myself, but I think one of my superpowers is demystifying curriculum and breaking it down into bite-sized chunks so you absolutely understand it. So we have 45 teachers in our HMS membership, and I know many of them have also just left their syllabus gathering dust on their desk still. They might have downloaded it and created a Google folder in Google Drive, but they haven't done this. They haven't decoded it. They haven't broken it down. They haven't spent a lot of time on it because there are so many things that are happening in New South Wales schools that it's just another thing that will happen. We'll get there, but that get there is in literally 3 terms. And before I press record, and I'm really sorry that I should have said this is going to be a rant. I don't get very ranty at all. Gone are the days where I get on my soapbox. But I felt like I needed to get this off my chest. So the department have announced, I think at the end of last year, that each teacher in New South Wales will get 5 hours per term to familiarise themselves to implement the syllabus every term over the next couple of years. So if I was a teacher working in a department school, I would be given 5 hours in term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4, so 20 hours altogether. I really don't think that's enough to get my head around a brand new syllabus. I have already spent, I think, over 100 hours just decoding things, just getting my head around it, just planning and scope and sequencing and assessment schedules and looking at the depth study, looking at the collaborative investigation. And that's only in a short 7 months. I'm not working full-time in a school. I don't have a teaching load. This is what I do every day. I'm supporting you as a busy PDHP or CAFS teacher. So I think that's really tokenistic, and I think we can do better. That can't be changed. I can't make the shift or the change. But like I said to you last year, I think probably around June or July, before the syllabus actually was released, you need to advocate for yourself, because 5 hours a term is not going to be enough time to get your head around stuff, to get your head around it, but to also start planning it and preparing for it. You can't fly by the seat of your pants. There are many changes, as I mentioned, that have been shuffled around, switched up. Some stuff's out, some stuff's in. The approach to assessment is very, very different. I believe that will take us probably the longest to create systems and processes and scaffolds and templates for our kids to actually adopt research. Lucky we can call in our CAFS colleagues, me, members in our CAFS collective membership to help us with that. So it's not all doom and gloom, but there's a lot of legwork to do with that. If you are in our Health and Movement Science membership, many of our members, many of our teachers have said, Kel, like you just saved me so much time. I know Amelia didn't get to watch our masterclass, but she said that just made everything seem so simple and straightforward. That was really thought-provoking. Thank you so much. It's those sorts of comments that I'm like, okay, we're on the right path. We're doing a good thing. So first of all, I wanted to share with you, first of all, my rant, but second of all, to let you know that we've got your back. Professional learning resources with us, with me, is very different to what you might expect in other places. because we provide resources for you. It's not just, here's kind of a couple of ideas. We're going to work with you and for you to create exactly what you want. So far in the membership, what we've created are scope and sequences, lots of choice. You can plug and play whatever there's like 8 different versions I came up with for you to kind of work out what suits your context and your kids, your PDHP kids, your traditional PE kids. We've done assessment schedules for year 11. I don't know about year 12 yet. Can't remember. Outcomes mapping grid tick, done. You can literally use ours. The one I created, teaching and learning activities for the collaborative investigation, depth studies, that is already good to go. So things that you know and like and love that I've done for CAFs, you'll see inside our Health and Movement Science membership. We're opening doors. We're opening Rego next week. So if you're a busy PDHPE teacher who has sat their syllabus on their desk and it still has that delicious film of dust, we cannot wait to support you inside our HMS membership over the next 12 months and beyond, because we have a lot of work to do. But as you know, you've seen what I've done for CAFs, working together and not against each other, the power of connection, which has been what I've done for such a long time in our PDHP space, the power of collaboration, working together, working smarter, using each other's brain power, using each other's resources, me doing a lot of the legwork for you because you have a full-time job. You're only given 5 hours a term if you're working for the department, or outside of that, I don't know what support is actually existing. Yes, our independent schools have a HMS conference. That's a one-day conference. Yes, there's other support for you guys. The Catholic system rub their hands of it and don't have, correct me if I'm wrong, have any firm plans to actually give you time for that. So if you want to work with us, the power of community is also part of the membership. I never want you to feel like you're alone, you're on an island, you're doing it by yourself. You'll have access to me, my brain, my ideas, but also the ideas for many teachers across New South Wales. So if you've done PL before on HMS, or if you've had a little look but not really, dove into much, we have your back. So the HMS membership is opening Rego next week. And if you would love to join us on our boot camp, we're offering a boot camp next week. So you can get quite a few of these things done and dusted straight away. We would love to join you. So head over to thelearnnet.com/HMS bootcamp to join us on our bootcamp next week. We can't wait to support you. It's going to be pretty cool to have 3 days of getting stuff done. Let us know if you have any questions about the bootcamp next week. HMS bootcamp is where you need to go. And we can't wait to support you in this brand new, exciting journey for us. Stressful, but together we can do this. And it's my absolute pleasure to support you on this next journey for us as PDHPE teachers. Rant over. I'll check you guys later.